Hello students, welcome to Rajkumar Smart Chemistry. Today I am going to discuss metals and non-metals, NCERT, CBSE, 10th class chemistry science topic, metals and non-metals. Metals and non-metals. Very simple topic and easy topic and very important topic for all classes. Means 10th class, state board exams and intermediate fundamental topics. Definitely we will get 2 marks in every competitive exams. As a general science or general knowledge purpose, this topic is very important. So in this topic, generally matter means anything which occupies space is known as matter. This is also one type of solid matter which occupies some space. Anything in our universe which is occupying space means that is the only matter, whether it is solid or liquid or gaseous state. So matter which is divided into 2 types. One is pure matter, another one is impure matter. Because water, pure water. Impure means air is air having nitrogen, oxygen and other gases also there. That is impure gas, impure matter. Water, pure water is pure only. H2O molecule only is there in water. That is only pure. Okay. And pure substances again, so which is divided into elements and compounds. Again, these elements are again divided into 3 types. One is metals, another one is non-metals, and third one is metalloids. Elements are divided into. So impure substances again 2 types. One is homogeneous, another one is heterogeneous. Now today our topic is metals, non-metals, metalloids. In our daily life, we observe in our home so many metals. Most of the elements are metals and non-metals. In our total periodic table elements, whether given elements, all elements, whether they are metals or non-metals, only few of are metalloids. Because in our daily life, in our cooking vessels, just like a bowl also which is made up with aluminium. Now this is a bowl. It is made up with aluminium only. Aluminium is a metal. This is also one type of metal. Iron. So many articles are there. Iron metal. Hammer also, which is one type of metal only. Iron metal. Which type of iron? Iron metal means Fe. It's a formula Fe. Iron. Made up with iron only. It is also one type of metal. Again, now this is a bulb. In this bulb, now we observe this is the thin wire in this. In the bulb we observe thin wire. This thin wire is made up with metal only. So which type of metal means that is we called as tungsten. Tungsten. It is also one type of metal. Again, now this is copper vessel. Copper also one type of metal. So Cu, it's a formula copper metal only. So this is also iron metal, iron rod, iron nails. So iron metal. So many examples are there. For example, now this is a gold ring. Gold also one type of metal. Its formula is AuRm. And also silver also one type of metal. Silver, this is made up with silver. So silver also one type of metal, means this is the Ag formula. So many examples are there in our daily life. We are using metals now: aluminum, iron, so tungsten, copper, and Au, Ag, sodium, lithium, potassium, like that. So many, these are all our elements. What is the best nature of metals is they are highly electropositivity elements. They lose one electron from their outer shell orbital, then they gain so stable electronic configuration. Most of the metals are highly electropositive elements. These are the best example for metals. So what are non-metals? Non-metals means in our around gas is there. Which gas? That is oxygen. Oxygen is a one type of non-metal. One type of non-metal. And also nitrogen also there in oxygen. Nitrogen also, phosphorus and sulfur. These are all are non-metals only. Oxygen, because this is useful for our life. Nitrogen and phosphorus, so which is useful in the manufacture of fertilizers. Fertilizers, NPK we are saying. NPK fertilizer. And phosphorus is, nitrogen and phosphorus are non-metals because useful in the manufacture of fertilizer. Chlorine gas, chlorine also, which is one type of non-metal. So most probably chlorine gas, which is useful in the purification of water. So many non-metals are there in our daily life. These are the best introduction about metals and non-metals. Next video I will discuss how to identify just if you see the element, how to identify the metal and non-metal. I will discuss next class. But so now listen, properties and theory of metals and non-metals. Anywhere if you observe sound, sound, aluminium, okay, just aluminium, sodium, lithium, most probably. So lithium, potassium, sound. So definitely they are only metals only. Boron, not sound is there in that. Iron. So iron also metal. So chlorine, nitrogen, phosphorus. In non-metals we won't absorb sound, sound. So generally the best trick is, anywhere if you observe sound is there, maximum they are only metals only. Okay, so this is a general introduction of. First I want to discuss metals properties. In this chapter we have metals and non-metals, physical properties of the metals and non-metals, chemical properties of metals and non-metals, and so reactions, chemical reactions of metals and non-metals, and refining of metals and non-metals. If I discuss these four headings, then chapter will close. First I want to discuss physical properties of metals, then I want to discuss physical properties of non-metals, then chemical properties, then reactions, then refining. So what are the physical properties? Physical properties of metals. Physical properties of metals. Now I only given copper, aluminum, potassium, sodium, iron, gold, and bowl means in our daily using bowls, utensils. So these are all our metals only. So what are the physical properties? First physical property is physical state. So what is the physical state of metal? Anywhere 99.9% of metals are which are in solid state only. If you observe, this is iron nail which is in solid state, because all bonds are come closer to each other in this. Okay, so now maximum metals are in solid state, but only one metal is exception is there. So that exception in physical state is there because which is in metal, but it is in not a solid state at room temperature. That exception is mercury. Mercury, which is in metal but which is in liquid state at room temperature, due to presence of weak forces in their structure, then only mercury, which is in liquid state at room temperature, which is in metallic in nature, but remaining all metals are in solid state. This is the exception. And also cesium also, which is in liquid state at room temperature, cesium, and also gallium also, which is in liquid state at room temperature, IUM, sound is there. These are also metals. Okay, so this is the physical state of metal. Now hardness. What is the second property? Hardness. Hardness means most of the metals are in very hard, because now if you iron nail, this is the iron nail because it is in very hard, solid in state, hard. If you want to break this iron nail, we must and should use high energy to break this nail. Then only metals are in very hard, except what is the exception in this? Exception is sodium, potassium. These are soft only but not hard. These are metals on sodium and potassium. Metals because they are in soft. Sodium and metals we easily cut with our knife only. By using knife only we able to cut this sodium and potassium metals. Generally sodium preserved in kerosene. When it is react within our atmospheric oxygen, which gives sound only, which gives explosive sound, then only we preserved in sodium kerosene only. Sodium is soft nature but which is in metal. But all metals are which are in very hard, very hard. Sonorous. Metals are sonorous, sonority, because once if you ring the bell, if you observe this bell, these are made up with metal only. Once if you strike this metal, so metals are in sonar in nature, sonorous in nature. So we observed in these type of bells in temples and also calling bells and also in our school bell. These are all are made up with metals only. So which gives a sound, metals which gives a sound, because wood is non-metal. Wood is non-metal because it is made up with carbon only, made up with carbon, which won't give any sound. So but metals which are in sonorous nature, so which gives sound when it is hit with any other metals which gives a sound, so then only metals are in sonorous nature. And also metals having malleability. Malleability means which can draw thin sheets. Metals which can draw thin sheet is known as malleability. High malleability, so property having silver and gold metals having high malleability nature. High malleability nature, which can draw thin sheet. For example, aluminum is a metal which can draw thin sheet. Now this is aluminum foil. This aluminum foil, so this is which can draw thin metal only. Aluminum metal only covered with covering all chocolates and sweets and other food items. These aluminum foils using in all food items, so packing purpose we are using this aluminum foil because which can draw thin sheet, so that nature is known as malleability. Most highest malleability nature is having silver and aurum gold only. Exception is there. So what is the exception in malleability? All metals are in malleability except mercury and Hg, zinc. Mercury and zinc are non-malleable metals. Non-malleable metals. Remember this important. This is important. Mercury and zinc are non-malleability nature, but remaining all metals are in malleability nature except zinc and mercury, silver and aurum having high malleability nature. Ductility. Ductility means, what is meant by ductility? Metals having ductility nature. Generally, metals able to draw, we can draw thin wires is known as ductility because this is current wires. So in this is wire is known as copper. So this is one type of metal, copper metal. This is one type of copper metal. Copper metal. This is one type of copper metal. So those metals which can draw thin wire is known as ductility because ductility which can draw thin wires. Okay, the highest ductility nature is Au, gold only. Highest ductility nature metal is gold. Then after we have silver, Ag. Ag means silver. Highest is gold, ductility nature. Those metals which can draw thin wires like this wires, because this wire is this black wire is polyvinyl chloride, plastic polyvinyl chloride which control heat. So the electrons are moving in this wire, freely electrons moving in this wire, then only which gives current. This is made up with copper only. Now this is the ductility, highest malleability nature. So highest ductility nature having, because gold is having highest ductility nature, silver also having highest ductility nature, gold is having highest ductility nature. 1 gram of gold we able to draw 2 kilometers wire, 2 kilometers length wire. Imagine please, 1 gram gold means tiny particle, gold particle. This tiny particle, if you can draw a wire, how much length is possible? 2 kilometer of length is possible, 1 gram of gold. But how much ductility nature having metal? Think so yourself. Then only gold having highest ductility nature and silver, gold. Next one is ductility, malleability and sonorous. Next have thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity. Metals having conductivity of heat. Conductivity of heat. The highest conductivity of heat is metal having silver, then copper, then gold, aluminum, and so on. Aluminum and so on. Okay, thermal conductivity of metal is highest thermal conductivity nature is silver only. And conductivity of electricity, conductivity of electricity, conductivity of electricity, electricity means metals which conduct electricity of electricity is silver, then copper, then Au, gold, then aluminum, like that. So which is having highest conductivity of electricity, good conductivity. Good conductor means silver is the good conductor. Melting point and boiling point. Melting point in metals. The highest melting point of metal is tungsten only, tungsten only. So we observed in bulb, we observed in bulb. Now this is the tungsten. In this tungsten, once if you pose the current in this bulb, the tungsten metal which glows, means the current passing, means free of electrons passing through in this tungsten. Tungsten which glows means electricity converts to heating effect, means electricity converts to thermal conductivity, thermal only. Okay, heat only. Then heat metal is tungsten only. Now in this thin wire is known as metal only. Which type of metal? Means tungsten metal. The tungsten metal having highest melting point. The least melting point of metal is mercury only, mercury. And also lithium, sodium, potassium metals also having least melting point nature, melting point. Alloys, alloys means two or more metals, they mixing themselves to give a homogeneous mixture. So to give a mixture, that mixture is known as alloys. Metals which form alloys, so general example is steel. Steel means, for example, now this is a spoon. Spoon, one type of alloy, means which is having iron, nickel and something other metals. Okay, now this is one type of alloy, means metals which form alloys. Example, brass, brass also one type of alloy. Bronze, bronze also one type of alloy. Copper plus zinc is known as brass. Copper plus tin is known as bronze alloy. Steel also iron, copper, nickel, like that metals we are mixing. So mixing themselves to give metals, mixing themselves to form alloys. High melting point, ductility, thermal conductivity, hardness and also high tensile strength, high tensile strength, tensile strength. Metals having high tensile strength. What is meant by high tensile strength? High tensile strength means once if you want to break the metal which requires a high energy, which want to break the metals, so which are in very hard and high melting point and boiling point, then only the metals are in very hard and high tensile strength. But only some exceptions, so lithium, sodium, potassium, they are in very soft, having less tensile strength in all compared to other metals. This is about important physical properties of metals. What I given? Physical state I given, hardness I given, and malleability, ductility, sonority, sonorous, and tensile strength, thermal conductivity of heat, thermal conductors. These are the very, very important physical properties, and their exception is important. Ductility, which can draw thin wires, is known as ductility. Metals which can draw thin wires. Metals which can draw thin sheet is known as malleability. Okay, so please follow my video, all videos. This is very, very important chapter. All SSC students, whether it is CBSE syllabus or NCERT and any other state government exams syllabus, we have metals and non-metals chapter for all students, 10th class, 9th class students, and also this is very important for all intermediate students, and this chapter also important for all competitive exams. If you like my video, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you.